Hello. Hello. Okay, so, are you here? What? Yesterday I was dead tired, so I didn't stream. I think I. Shalom. So, okay, have you heard of the radial infalling particle? On, Oh, yeah. Why is it muted? Oh, I know why. Okay, so, I don't know if you know about the radial infalling particle, because you didn't respond. Please respond. Anyway, if you take an electron, which is an irreducible particle, it cannot be destroyed technically. Like it can be destroyed because it just shatters into photons. Um. Oh yeah. Well, that's a question. Okay. Anyway, so as you take an irreducible particle that cannot be destroyed, you shoot it into a black hole. What happens to it? There's actually two things that happen to it, and they're both dependent on how you look at it. This is one of them.
You can never see anything enter a black hole.
This is from outside.
Imagine you trap your nemesis in a rocket ship.
Well, no, I meant in the dichotomy: does it go in or does it not go in? Turns out it does both.
And blast him off towards a black hole. He looks back at you, shaking his fist at a constant rate. As he zooms in, gravity gets stronger, so you'd expect him to speed up. But that is not what you see. Instead, the rocket ship appears to be slowing down. Not only that, he also appears to be shaking his fist slower and slower. That's because, from your perspective, his time is slowing down. At the very instant when he should cross the event horizon, the point beyond which not even light can escape, he and his rocket ship do not disappear.
This is all assuming you can't get destroyed.
Instead, they seem to stop, frozen in time. The light from the spaceship gets dimmer and redder until it completely fades from view.
That last part, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
A portion of this video was sponsored by Salesforce.
Where the fuck is that? Alright, hold on. Let me just find this little thing right here. I took a picture of it. Okay, well, this is easier if I just do this. So basically, what happens? So that's the outside observer, like looking at a black hole and looking at this object fall into it. What happens when you look at it from its own perspective? Like, what if you are the thing falling into the black hole? What do you like? This is. Okay, we're gonna look at the freaking index. Or the table of contents. Alright. Well, it turns out that you actually fall into the black hole. I mean, that the space and time flipping thing is based on the Schwarzschild metric, or just general black hole metrics from the outside. So if you look at the math on the outside and you apply it to the inside, that's generally what happens. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. So basically, a radial infalling particle is just another fancy way of saying it goes into it in its exact radial component with no spatial or no angular momentum or component. So it goes in like a sphere here. It goes in straight, and this is what happens. So basically, you see it on the outside. If you're here and you follow its path from the outside, it looks like it goes there and then it freezes. But if you follow it from its own path, it goes into it and hits the singularity at the center. Nobody knows what the singularity at the center does or hurt or like nobody knows. It is a mathematical fuckery. So the reason I bring this up is
You can never.
if you from the outside see something go into a black hole and you see it perfectly the whole time and it freezes, which it does, because what does it say it here? No. Oh, well, I can actually just do this. So this, I'll explain to you this time and space slipping. Yes, if it freezes and it keeps its form, how can that object time travel? It would have to literally duplicate itself somewhere else in the universe at a certain time, because you never go into a black hole. You will always be frozen. Well, they say that okay, you said that the time component and the spatial component flip, which could be time travel in a black hole. It necessarily wouldn't be in the same universe, because that would mean that it has two copies, one frozen at the black hole and the other somewhere else in space-time. So it would duplicate everything that go into a black hole would duplicate itself. Because it would fall in, right? And then it would go through some time travel bullshit. But it would also be here. So how is that possible? I was just thinking about that today in my peer support training. And like entropically, that you can't really do that. Like that's adding more order to the world. If an object goes into a black hole, it freezes from the outside, but to itself it goes through and then ends up somewhere else in the universe, like Interstellar. That is a shit ton of entropy violation. And granted, it's based on real physics, not mathematical physics, just theory. You can't actually calculate anything in Interstellar. It uses a bunch of theory in theoretical physics. It's Kip Thorne, I believe is his name. Yes, because this component, this radial component, as R goes to infinity, it literally freezes according to the outside. Or it doesn't, you'd never actually see it freeze technically, there's always some sort of motion, but it never hits the event horizon. It doesn't like literally completely stop moving. Because nothing stops moving. No, it doesn't hit the event horizon. Because if you take the limit as R goes to RS, you have a division by 0. And that shoots off to infinity. No, it's straight up from the outside. It never hits the event horizon because you have a division by 0. Or a limit as the denominator goes to 0. Which is infinity. This radial component shoots off to infinity. And you can't, there's nothing, you can't hit finite. You can't hit that in finite time. But I understand what you're saying. Also, this component. Yeah, but the thing about Achilles and the tortoise is you can separate it by like a, you can't, if you believe in the Planck length, you can't get smaller than the Planck length, so you eventually hit it. If you realistically define it so that the position is just a tiny amount away from it, then you will hit it. And even if, in the thing about Achilles and the tortoise, if you were to quite literally do the infinite amount of steps, you would in fact reach it in a slightly over the amount of time. So assuming your velocity of your Achilles is 1 meter per second. Oh wow, this is formatted so poorly. I don't really care. No, time and space flip only on the inside of the event horizon. According to the math on the outside, this is the Schwarzschild metric. This is a fancy way of saying time dilation here, length contraction here, and then here's your angular components, which is irrelevant in terms of a radially infalling particle. Yes, you are right, according to this component. These two in combination say that you never reach it in the latter part, and then you freeze in the former part. Yes. It effectively stops in time, though, because of the gravitational time dilation. This 1 over RS over R 1 minus RS over R. If you plug in R equals RS, then you get 1 over 1 minus 1, which is 0. So technically time freezes on the shorts job, or the event horizon, according to that. Which is why, no matter what black hole you look at, it will always have an accretion disk. Freezes. That's not a word, I'm just saying, bro. If there's time travel, it's not possible in the same universe. Stephen Hawking disproved it in his documentary. I don't know what it's called, but I saw it in high school, and he basically goes, "It's my birthday. I'm gonna invite all time travelers. Nobody knows about this birthday, or this party, not birthday." Yep, true. It's your boy Ralphie. Oh, I'm a time traveling bunny. Hip hip. Good old Ralphie. I see you're thinking. I see you thinking, but white holes are an enigma. In general relativity. The only possible white hole that we know of is the Big Bang. They're theoretically expected to exist according to general relativity, but there's also this, which is a black hole and a white hole extended. That's a good point. That's assuming the black holes come or form white holes eventually. According to this, they do. The quadrants of the black hole interior 2 and 4. 2. So this is the black hole interior up here. The white hole interior is this universe right here. Or no, it's the previous universe, rather. We have not observed Hawking radiation. It is possible. Yeah, so Hawking did two contradictory, or two, but he did contradictory things. He both proved that black holes do not lose mass at all. The second law of black holes, thermodynamics, is what that's called. But he also proved that Hawking radiation is a thing, and black holes will radiate mass from the quantum field surrounding the black hole. Maybe they're both right. I love Hawking radiation because I think Hawking radiation is right. Mary Herron analysis of the modern day take of the American Psycho fan called If Satire Quote becomes real quote. Oh, it's this Poe's Law. Yeah, Poe's Law. Nathan Poe. As per the video. I've never heard this song fully. I just listened to the chorus because my friend in school used to sing it. No, bro, it is literally a gay man's satire about masculinity, toxic masculinity. Bret Easton Ellis interview.
Author Bret model in that way. He was a very angry man, and Mom was a great role model. Mom was a wonderful woman, is a wonderful woman. Well, it's a departure for me. If I think so. You know, acting like a madman. I think he proved to people that without having to play the role, that he wants to play roles like that.
The fact that he was willing to do it.
Yes, was enough. They sort of form a chain, and you can follow one choice to another choice.
Yeah, but like I'll show you why. It's this one. This one points out like. Well, okay, so it doesn't just challenge male behavior. There is a. What do you mean? Dinner reservations, you know. Just kind of farcical. That one's kind of weak. Not really, but depends on how you look at it. Fucking Christ. What do you mean by that? Oh shit. Bryce Dallas. Whoops. Where the fuck is this interview? Oh, here it is.
I think is a failure on my part. Is people keep coming out of this film thinking that it's all a dream, and I never intended it. All I wanted was it to be to give the plot away. It makes it seem like it's. I guess clearly, because people keep saying this to me, it makes it look like it was all in his head, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's not.
Oh, here it is.
Tell me about that scene, Mary.
Well, I'd say it's one of my very favorite scenes in the book,
Yeah.
and I have to say we really lift.
Difficult challenge for you. I mean, in terms of.
Well, I think the disturbing scene.
Yeah, but this is okay. So
I think it clarified the themes of the novel. It clarified that the novel was actually a critique of male behavior. I think a lot of people.
bro, this is literally like the oldest fucking video on the internet. This is like Hebrew Bible type shit, bro. It's the oldest thing ever. No. Maybe yes, actually, but like
Because it captured. Let me just.
I have the book, but I've never read it. I want to read the book though.
Yeah,
Because you reviewed it in Gear Magazine.
I
Let's get to the
did.
point.
Yeah, let's find out.
Damn it.
Yeah, damn it, let's
That's
get
what everyone wants to know. Yes, I like the
Yeah.
movie. I know. I mean, I wish I.
Because it captured.
I think it clarified the themes of the novel. It clarified that the novel was actually a critique of male behavior. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Well, that's also more of a critique of male behavior than it is about anything else. Because, like, the guys who don't have dads end up different than the ones who have dads.
Haven't read the book. And so it clarified that and also brought the humor of the book up to the surface. A lot of people also, I think, who are afraid of the novel, who haven't read the novel, don't understand that it's basically a comedy. It's basically a black comedy.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting that.
I think they, yeah,
Well,
well, I
that
think,
probably is because of the violence.
you know, in some ways, I think that's probably true. I think
Oh. Oh. Taxi. Why are they taking a taxi? So this swaps the gender roles.
And to videotape.
Well, I feel somebody to videotape it.
And we'll have to get someone to videotape. Patrick, we should do it.
Do what?
Here's
Get
that.
married, have a wedding.
No, I can't take the time off work.
Your father practically owns the company. You can do anything you like, silly.
I don't want to talk about it.
I hate that job anyway. See why you just don't quit.
Because I want to fit in.
It's so vain. It's like literally the only reason he has his job is because he wants to fit in, if you want to believe that at surface level. But also, this is just the gender inclusion roles.
Models are dumb. Think I'm dumb, don't you? You think I'm dumb, you think all models are dumb.
No. I really don't.
That's okay. I don't mind.
No, I really don't. Yeah, but that's who, like, which gender is joking about that stuff and fake and self-absorbed? Like, which of the two genders, or however many genders? But women don't really talk about murder, though. Unless you take it as, like, symbolic. But that... He almost kills the one genuine person in the movie with a fucking nail gun. I have a shirt that actually has his nail gun holding pose. Yeah, but that's like the business card scenes. They're all very slight, if not the exact same simulacrums of each other. And yeah, it's like the business card. The business card scene is pretty much the most iconic scene
Patrick, thanks so much for
ever.
looking after Courtney.
If you've seen the
Of course,
movie.
yeah. How impressive. How on earth did you get a reservation there?
Lucky, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like... That's like what frickin' she said.
So it was making that decision to go with those abrupt shifts in tone.
Not if you want to keep your spleen. Do you like the movie? Okay. I was just wondering. What do you think, like, the meaning of the movie was? Because it's so incredibly deep. You don't just have, like, freaking lines like...
Listen, Paul, squash.
Like that. Listen, Paul Squash. Just... No, bro, there's a bunch of viewers that aren't here yet. They will come time traveling from the future. Yes, that is a completely valid, because Halberstram has a slightly different haircut. But they shop with the same
Marcus also works at PMP and in fact does the same exact thing I do.
It does the same
He
exact
also has a
thing.
penchant for Valentino's suits and Oliver Peoples' glasses. Marcus and I even go to the same barber, although I have a slightly better haircut.
So how's
the ransom account, Marcus?
ransom account going, Marcus?
It's all right.
Really? That's interesting. It's not great.
Oh well, you know.
So how's this?
Yes, in the very beginning of the movie, The Inception, they mistake Paul Allen like 3 times in one scene. Yes, she actually says right here.
The violence is great. But actually, if you with real stuff going on, violence.
Well, actually, I read it when it first came out in London in '91, and I was amazed just because the real hardcore violence doesn't hit for about 100 pages, does it?
Yeah, 150 pages.
130, yeah. I can't remember the exact page. And I remember, when I started reading, I thought, oh, this is like, early Evil and Law. It's clearly, very black comedy of manners, making fun of a crazy society. And I had sort of mixed feelings, real love-hate feelings for the late 80s. And I thought Brett had caught something about it that no one else had.
Is that why you wanted to do it?
Yeah, I think so. That was my initial thought. When the producers came to me in '96.
Violence, though there was violence, punctual violence. In some ways, I read the novel, don't understand that it's basically a comedy. It's basically. I think
Probably is getting that.
I think they. Yeah,
Well,
I
that
think
probably is because of the.
basically a comedy. It's basically a black comedy.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting that.
I think they. Yeah,
Well,
well, I
that
think.
probably is because of the violence.
In some ways, I think that's probably true. I think the
does that
violence
word
is graphic enough that it has distracted people from.
It overshadowed everything.
I think it did, but I think that was a misreading.
Milk toast.
The initial misreading of the book came from people who assumed that the book was all about violence, when actually.
Okay, let me read this. Well, the fact that it's a lawyer is pretty much indicative of the fact that it's not a true ending. It's not like tying the knot. It's just a way to express a point without actually giving resolution to it, which I think is just fucking beautifully intentional, because it does leave the ending intentionally ambiguous. Like, you can take whatever stance you want because it's a lawyer who says it. So either you're right, he doesn't know, or is misinformed, or he's lying. And so you have to come to these conclusions on your own when you watch this movie. And you take it however you want. And you are right, because and then Bateman gets all pissed off in the end scene.
Celia.
Because he goes from this.
Look at that.
Pick them up from
Like,
the printers
super vain.
Good coloring.
That's bone.
That's
And the
bone.
lettering is something called Cillian.
Yes. Exactly. This is why. This is probably the most intensely effortful scene. Like,
Oh, very nice.
the acting is clean. Look at
that.
this freaking.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good call.
God damn. Well, because the author's gay. I mean, the book is pretty big. Like, it's a good sized book. So, how do you cover as much themes as possible? You can't have the theme be prevalent in every single scene if there's different themes to present. Yes, this is why the business cards are the exact same. Like, I'll show you. So look, there's two of them. Vice President, Pearson Pierce. There's actually a little typo here for whatever reason. Same phone number. Well, that's just because of the business, but they all have this tiny little variation. Yes, it's like, well, that's also Mary Herron's point. Because it's like all mistaken identity and behavior. Like they all exhibit the exact same business card as a representation of their behavior. They're all fucking, How's Cecilia?
Squash.
Squash. Yeah, that's how I would sum up the business card scene, is that they're all pretty much clones of each other. They're all vice presidents. They all have the best business card, according to themselves. And it's true. Everybody always thinks they're right. Most males, except the guy in Blue October, thinks that they're masculine, unless they... I don't really know too much about that, because I'm not masculine. Blue October. I have literally... Oh no. Into the Ocean. I have literally... Besides fitting the rhetoric of the song, I have never heard somebody, a male, say they're not masculine. Or more masculine, I should say. Maybe then I could learn to swim. That's such an interesting line. And back to the article, I do believe it says toxic masculinity. Okay, so there were these two dudes on the SkyTrain. And they were just, I identified them as degenerates. I literally, hold on, let me actually I literally named an email after them. Oh. What was this? And basically, these guys on the SkyTrain, they came in with the freaking 6-pack of Corona in the glass, and they were drinking, or at least the one dude was. And then basically, this guy's making fun of some girl, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really follow their conversation intentionally, but they eventually degenerated to the point where they just started saying nigger, like quite frequently, like very frequently, and like they were getting louder. And I was like visibly pissed off, because I was like, that's so disrespectful. I didn't see any black people, and I was legit considering telling them to shut the fuck up. Because, like, that's fucked. Yeah. I was like, I literally, like, within like a few seconds of their conversation, I realized that they were complete degenerates. See, that's... And what we're doing, okay. Oh, how do I find this in the movie? I can say whatever the fuck I want, Buzzy. I'm a man. I'm a man, Buzzy.
What do you think?
And we formed this comparison between males.
That is really super. How did a nitwit like you
How do, like... Oh, that's neat.
get so tasteful?
I can't believe that Bryce prefers Van Patten's card to mine.
But wait, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Is that not some sort of toxicity? To try and, like, strawman a person? Yes, that's exactly the hypocrisy. Because on the interior, everyone's fucking the same emotional type being. But he does it in a very vain and conceited way. Where it's like, it's also kind of symbolic because, at least for me, I relate to the fact that, like, I hate when people don't even dislike me. People usually like me. But I get this intense perception that people just fucking hate me. Yeah, his, like, okay. This is one of the funnest parts of the movie that I picked up on. It's so deep. Yeah, masculinity does nothing good for anybody. If you make the comparison and you're found wanting, how do you reconcile that? Or if you make the comparison and you're above masculine, like machismo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, then you're a toxic asshole. Proportionally. And if you comport to masculinity, what does that even mean? What the fuck is this scene? So there's two scenes in here. Did you know that him being extremely emotional, like verbally, comes after... Here's one of them. Just... So there's this scene.
And, going.
Where are you going?
Just leaving.
But where?
He breaks up with her.
Trying some videotapes.
And is so deeply affected. And she doesn't give a fuck. She's literally just like... And he literally goes on a psychotic rage. And there's this scene. Taxi. Dinner with Evelyn. Well, it's just if you it's a critique of behavior. Mary Herron focused on behavior in general, which I think is valid because both archetypes are flawed. So he says no to marrying her. This is fucking awesome.
Arrive at a spa, since I'm positive we won't have a decent table.
Oh shit, I missed it.
If we do, since I'm on the verge of tears by the time we arrive at a spa, since I'm positive we won't have a decent...
And then he like misdirects the attention of his I'm on the verge of tears right after they get out of the car and Evelyn and Patrick go to dinner. And then the next time this happens, he shoots a cop or shoots an attendant, whatever those are called, security guard. Concierge. It's such a deep movie. Like, it's unbelievable. I want to watch Troy again. What are you guys doing Friday? Fuck it. Yeah, but okay. On the Wikipedia page for American Psycho, the only theme mentioned, to my knowledge, why is it like some isolation list? Well, the thing about autistic people is they can't really understand people's intentions, at least, and so I assume that would mean they can't really understand like thought processes of other people, because intentions are thought processes. Willem Dafoe, Reese Witherspoon. Why did it make you feel bad? Actually, no, I can understand that. What part of it made you feel bad is a better question. Oh no, it's about the book. List of films featuring psychopaths and sociopaths. He literally says, I'm on the verge of tears, as he can't get a table. Like, it's just the most... Some people just don't read into the movie. You know what? You can have them. Yeah, a big step below Drayling. Drayling is fucking top tier echelon. Yeah, it's... Why didn't you, like... I guess... Why didn't you just punch him in the face? I personally probably would have just hit him in the face. And just be like, feel that, motherfucker. Does he not play video games? Yeah, his reality is completely different. He's autistic. This is metal. This is reality. How is qualia, empiricism, reality? Reality is your perception. You don't know if anyone else exists. Technically. So he was just basically very close-minded and set in his ways. Not to say that's a pejorative stance, or like not to say that that's like... Yeah, he just like he didn't... I didn't mean that in like a negative way. Did you know that The Matrix is actually a schizophrenia episode? It's a psychotic break. La Poisson, Steve?
Lieutenant, you were given specific...
He has these agents out to get him. He starts off as like not getting enough sleep and then waking up and being like people at his door wanting some fucking DVD. And then they tell him to follow the white rabbit. And he follows it and he finds some girl in a black suit completely dressed like this guy, Marilyn Manson. This is Marilyn Manson. And then it doesn't, his psychosis builds, and he's like, he doesn't believe it, right? Until he gets to the office, and he's at the office.
Steve Le.
And then he gets a fucking package with a cell phone in it, and some dude named Morpheus is like, hey dude, jump out the window. And like, it is literally conceivable and realistic to call The Matrix a schizophrenic episode, or at least a psychotic episode. And then he just evolves into a world of his own, and eventually he just loses connection with the Matrix completely. I actually never referenced the Matrix for whatever reason. I didn't think it was like... Well, you know, he, like, Morpheus is like, get out the window. So he does, and then he tries to, like, scale the outside of the building. I don't know, like, he was going to, yeah, he was going to the, window washer. Imperative voices, or command voices, if you want to call them that, don't usually kill people, because the person can listen to them and be like, I'm not going to do that. Yes. Mr. Orpheus. Is that what his name is from?
Il est orange. Il a des bras et des jambes. Le poisson Steve.
Morbium. La poisson Morbium. Il est négro.
Le poisson Steve. Il est vraiment très beau. Il peut nager sur la terre. Il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson Steve, ils sont forcément mauvais. Mais on l'aime bien.
Finally found that shitty toothbrush. What is this? Orbital Halcyon on and on. Yes, they were basically Hindu. You could just conjure up a god, and if it gets belief, it gets belief. There was no... what did they... Yeah, there was sects of Greek too, like Orpheism. If that's actually a word. But Orpheus is theogony. Plato's Symposium. Creation myths differed. Yeah, it's literally like League of Legends. Yeah, it's the reference, right? It's like the problem of evil, and theologically, the reference frame where if you have good, you have to have evil to elevate it. I liked Braid. Braid was a good game. Short, but sweet. Undertale is a shit game, and it should be burned in fire. As opposed to burned in sawdust, then fire. Sockon. D's. From Dust. Oh, I love that game, bro. I think I could genuinely get past the whole anhedonia of just not playing. God, this game is good, bro. There's custom games too, eh? Custom maps. I love God games. Like, God games are so good, bro. Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. The game was buggy. Yeah, it's a very short game, but it's very I played. Oh, Rias 2 is out. I didn't know they were making a Rias 2, but that's good. I liked Rias. It was kind of. I hope they fix the problems in Rias because it's not a very good game. What's a 4x? It's like a forest, or a 4x. I like Civ. Civ is genuinely it's quite a good game. It's well done. It's every Spore is fucking. I wish they didn't fuck up the space stage in Spore. So Wenny Witty Wiki. An idle game called Idling to Rule the Gods. This is multiplayer. Isn't this a mobile game? I've heard of this game. Oh yeah, Besiege. This is the physics simulator. Where you just blow up something. Aquatics, eh? What's the hardest word to pronounce? Pedagogical epistemology. Oh, fuck. That's not a word, dog. Don't fucking make up shit in this goddamn house. This is the house of our Lord. Fuck. Really, it's a good game, eh? I never touched it because I was kind of like, yeah, fuck this. Actually, no, I think I torrented it because I had no money. Oh. I vicariously lived that game through you. Oh, Buzzy, wait, Buzzy, did you buy Crazy Ninja? Besiege? Oh, I guess you didn't there. Looks like you're both liars. That was the truth question. And you have been exposed? It's the doubt. I implanted a seed of doubt. It's like the dreidel in Inception. Curse of the Golden Idol. This sounds like a kid's game. Not saying that that makes it bad. Like, I remember kids' games that are freaking, what the fuck is this? It's a whodunit. What the fuck? Is this a clicker? Ah, yes, deductive reasoning. The most seductive of reasoning. Point and click. Clickers. They're clickers, bro. Clicky wickies. That's more an English thing, bro. We're not a colonial nation. We don't have a governor general. We don't sign every single thing that we pass in legislation with a representative of the king. Long live the king. I fucked that up. Ribbon. Ribbon remake. What is this? The girl that I talked to in is this a clicker? In my Pure Sport training group, loves the Talos principle. She said I figured out that by Socratic method, whether or not she liked, like, what types of games she played. She's like puzzle games, and then she later said something about philosophy of a game, and I was like, do you like the Talos principle? And she was like, oh my god. Wait, you haven't played it, Brog? Have you played the Talos Principle 2? Aye. You guys play the Bionicle game? Do you guys remember this game? Matt Newey? It was an online game. I played Lego Miners. I played Lego Racers 2. That game was so good. Well, they had this little mini disc, and it was Bionicles the game, and it was Matt Newey, and it literally looked like this. Like, you could do all this shit in the game. It was so much fun. It wasn't actually that fun. It was kind of bad, but Like a Rock Raiders. Lego Racers 2. The Lego Racers 2 game, you could build your own vehicle and then you go racing around on like different islands, and there's like dinosaurs that come out. We just listing off Lego games. What about the Lego Movie Studio game? You guys ever play this one? It's like an online game. Backlot. You guys ever played Backlot? Nah, that game was cool. It was an online game and it was fucking phenomenal for an online, or it was an internet game, browser game. I never played Lego Racers 1 because I was too young. How did you get Lego Racers young if you're younger than I am? There's this one game, speaking of cops, I should relate that. I should be more mindful of that. It's like this racing game, and basically you could play cops and robbers, and it was like a custom mode, and I remember playing it on the 360. I never found out what game it was, but it was the funnest shit. Cause you just race the fuck around a city, and then cops would try and hit you. Was it Burnout Paradise? There were no exploding cars though. It was just literally as soon as you hit the car, you were just vanished into a cop or into like nothing. This is more very combat oriented. It wasn't Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise wasn't there yet. It was around the same time of Amped 3. We went over to this guy's house, my family, and then I learned about Amped 3, which I thought was fucking the best snowboarding game to date. By far. Road Rash. I don't know, it doesn't really matter what it is. I don't have that inclination. No, it wasn't Road Rash. Yeah, but it wasn't. It was like kind of arcadey, but not as arcadey as Burnout. Yeah, but the storyline of SSX 3. I heard this game was good. Typical Canadian game, you know. Isn't this like slopes? Like, isn't this like tracks that you have to go down? In Amped 3, there were no tracks. Or they were like runs, is what they're called, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay, it was free run too then. I don't know, I remember some SFX game not having free roam. It was just, yeah, tracks. Be right back in 5 to 10. Oh, you mean you're going be right back in 5 to 10 minutes? Dirt. Didn't we try and play that online MMO racing game? The Crew. Yeah, I remember doing I was Mungo Bungo. It's the Hobbit. And I think in Wildstar I was Mungo Bungo too. The orc thing. Yeah, why did we do that? I don't, like, what the fuck were we doing, bro? MMOs are a complete waste of time. You don't even get anything. You get, like, gear that's outdated in the next update. And that's what makes it fun, right? It's trying to fill some inner void. I was trying to fix my schizophrenia that I didn't know I had. Yeah, that's just how it is. PSO. What the fuck is AGP? Autogynephilia? PSO2. Is that actually autogynephilia? Oh fuck, this is the game you told me about. Fucking awesome, bro. Let's look up some porn of a PSO2. Oh fuck yeah, bro. Oh. I'm surprised it didn't filter that. I guess I didn't do it in incognito mode, but I don't look up porn in non-incognito mode. Really? Why? I need to go to the bathroom. Was it an Asian MMO? Because Asian MMOs have the highest like skill cap in MMOs. They have in Blade and Soul, this PvP oriented MMO I played. They had this thing called animation. It was like animation shortening. I can't remember the exact name they used for it, but basically you could skip the animation and then do more damage by doing this certain thing. And it was like everything had that. So it was not only that you could use your abilities, but you could auto attack and then skip your animation and make it all more auto attacks in the same amount of time if you did it like intensively. It's really cool. Animation cancel, that's it. This is not going to be completable in one. Oh, really? Shit. I'm sorry, doggo. It's just loud because I'm a loud blower. What do you mean lost information? Oh. That sucks. Well, I mean, what were the videos of? Can you remember one? Yeah, I know. Hold on, let me check that. Yeah, an hour and a half. Tangential. The name of the game. Really? Oh, that makes me seethe about it slightly. I understand that like things get lost, so I don't really care. Although I'm very apathetic due to my illness, I think, or just in general, I don't really care. Cause like. What about, like, what, like... I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That genuinely sucks. It's like losing a save file, except this is, you're losing the save file of save files. Whereas the save file you can recreate, you can do it again. But like this shit you never lose. Or you never regain. I do have some Terraria stuff on my old computer, assuming my dad didn't delete it. Which he could have done. Perhaps he did. I don't know. Radio null geodesics, so light waves, or light particles. Yes, indeed. I thought you were too. I'm actually very surprised to see this here because this was his thought process. And I'm trying to see how this is relevant. Besides this. So, 1 plus... Oh, that's where the 1 comes from. R minus 2gm below 2gm. I don't actually know how this derivative works. I've been out of maths for so long. I would assume the R comes down. Only the R comes down. And this is just here to fix it. No, this is... Okay, fuck. Yeah, it's for the limit. Do you want to know how to read these diagrams with the cones? No, it's, you know of light cones, right? Where your future light cone is this part, and then your past light cone is this part. Basically, it bends space-time so that the future light cone, it can still, so it can go all the way over here, it can go all the way over here, and it can go everywhere in between within the speed of light on the edges. And the more it gets to a black hole, the more this part is actually into the black hole. So there's a good portion of it that just goes into the black hole. As soon as it's in the black hole, there is no part of it that is facing outwards. And that's light cone diagrams when it comes to black holes. And this one, the whole light cone is the whole of space-time bends the light cone. This is for light rays. The whole of the future light cone. I don't know what a Penrose diagram is. Oh, this is the... Yes, it is. Yeah, it's literally a causal. It's a causal conception in relativity that's bound by the speed of light. That's why it's a cone, because the edges are at the speed of light. Everything in between is not at the speed of light. It's below it. So the speed of light to the left, and the speed of light to the right. And when your entire future light cone, this front part, points into a black hole, you're fucked. You are literally, there's no possibility of escape. So when this fucker is squeezed into like a little string theory, it's pointed into the singularity at the center of the black hole. There's like, once it's past it, there's no way for it to get past it, back out it. And these green lines, they are proportional, so this one is like this. Unless you're Superman indeed. These green lines are V equals constant. They're paths. Sag. Graz, what do you think of PSO2? Oh, this is a Minkowski universe. Crashed? Crashed. I'm all alone. Like a humorous bone. Oh, these are Schwarzschild coordinates. I thought they were Schwarzschild metric coordinates. Oops. Denver, no. Yeah. $220. 22. That's what it is. I don't understand that. What do you mean holographic black holes? And what's skin of the black hole? This is the whole point of this is to try and disprove time travel. Okay. In our universe. Are there 2 L's into traveling or freaking 1 L? Wow. But it's autocorrecting to 2. So, like, what is the true spelling? If you get what I mean. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't really give a shit. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Yeah. There was a time where I did a bunch of bath salts and played WoW, and Michael's friend was watching. And basically, he says he quoted one time in the VOD of the live stream VOD that he was watching, and apparently I was just playing the game, and then I just alt tabbed, opened up a notepad, and said play your own music. I thought that was I was so high. Fuck off. That was before I got hospitalized. That was in like 2021. Back when I played WoW. Sorry, doggo. Yeah, because the guy was like challenging how good I was at WoW. And so I was like, go watch this VOD. And I think I found it or something like that. And then, he watched it and he was like, yeah, you're okay. And I was like, that's back when I gave a shit about the game. It's literally just a video game. Fucking toxic masculinity. But also, I also thought it was quite good. Like, I was like heroic strike queuing every single attack with Hand of Justice, which is basically very hard to do. And I was whirlwinding every overpower proc if I had the rage. I would calculate my rage, whirlwind, switch over battle stance, overpower, and it would be a fuck ton more damage. And I've never seen somebody do that. But he did, apparently. But he's also played with like the best players in the world, or the world's best warrior at one point. He said that's what he said in reply. When Michael said that I was a good warrior. Michael said that I said I was a good warrior, not that he said that. He wouldn't know. Look at this little spaceship, bro.
See anything enter a black hole. Imagine you trap.
This is not gonna make sense. Oh no, oh fuck, I cannot believe I didn't read that. No, they did not actively watch that. Nobody did. Probably. I remember when my viewer counter was bugged when I was live streaming to the CIA. Or to the FBI, as Kraus said. And, no, because Blind said was shit-talking Snort. And then I said to Blind, I was like, Snort's literally watching. And he was like, what? The view counter was 1. It literally had 1 viewer. But Snort didn't say anything in chat, so I don't think it triggered him as a viewer or something like that. But I knew Snort was watching. And then Snort ended up saying something, and I was like... Pokey-date. I was gonna say this song's long as fuck. Long. I mean, bro, there's legitimately at least 20 people watching this stream right now.
But with every day, all you can eat soup, salad, and
they're all invisible and they all went through black holes and they are time traveling right now and they're passing through the stream. Bing. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, exactly. That's so true. At least for you. I'm not an intellectual. I'm just a homosexual. That's actually a derogatory term now, eh? Apparently, homosexual is derogatory, but gay is not. And queer is also not. They actually, some people like that. I am queer because I am into trans females. As a gay man, you slay, man. My best friend's gay. I've talked to a trans person today. I think I did anyway. I'm talking to you, which is like the retard class. I'm kidding. Dude, you were fuming. You're fucking seething. I can feel your energy just boiling away at the edge of the black hole. Oh, fuck. No response at you in the gym, man. Yeah, okay. I recant that statement. I see the intense veneration in my mind. Rockin' and a rollin'. Is she Indian? This girl. Yeah, it looks like it. Did you know that you could shoot a laser at something and cool it? It's called laser cooling. And so basically you shoot lasers at incoming particles and then they will shoot out like this. Okay, you did not fuck. Such genius over here. Genius. You ever watched Eurobaz? Yeah, Bose-Einstein condensates. There's also a fermionic condensate, which is instead of bosons, which are like fucking atoms. Protons. No, yes, protons. I think spins, yeah, protons are spin 1. You can make it with electrons and they will literally combine because they're in such a cold energy state that they will minimize the energy and they will go spin up and spin down. And then they combine and they form a fermionic condensate, which is the exact same thing as Bose-Einstein condensate, just with fermions. Fermions are spin half, like electrons. I did a project on it. And yeah, and superconducting is kind of fucked. There's like no room temperature superconductors, which is a shame because it would revolutionize electronics. Yeah, I don't think it's. There's interestingly no theorem to prove that. Or at least one that's accepted. Probably because it wouldn't be accepted. As per science. I mean, you could just look at... Yeah, there isn't definitive mathematical proof. When light hits wood, does it act as a particle or a wave? Why? Really? How could it... That's a very good argument. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I don't believe this. This isn't... I don't think there's any reputable source.
Is that the Kia Sportage? Yeah, I love how much tech is in it.
I heard it has a lot of safety features.
So many. Kia Sportage's surround view monitor helps me park anywhere with these.
And how is the Sportage to drive?
Amazing. And
well, waves penetrate with sort of photons through different materials depending on their frequency or color.
And right now get a $500 spring bonus during the Count on Kia savings event. See Kia.ca
which would explain why light it's green, or it's everything but green, I should say, that it absorbs. But yeah, the wave penetrating thing makes sense. I don't know much about I know fuck all about biology, actually. Because that would actually answer one of my questions about wave-particle duality. And would help build a theory as to how it interacts with the material world. This is your history? See, the thing is, I don't know how you would like prove it. Oh yeah, it's one of those things that just kind of pops up when you're talking about it. Eh? Photons do the same thing though. Like geodesics is particle. That the principle of least action, or the Eikonal equation,
Explore
the
beyond
principle
the
of least
boundaries
time,
capability and value
is what
during
it
Truck
originally
Month
was
at
somewhat
GMC.
called.
Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2025
Is-
Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Pro Graphite. With a TurboMax engine delivering
Is that same?
310 horsepower, GMC Pro safety
Same thing.
features including automatic emergency braking, plus a max towing of up to 9,500 pounds. You'll be ready for anything this truck month. Ask your GMC dealer for details.
Did you know? Let me find this post, brother. There's a thing called Truck Month. Did I just listen to that and blot it out? Here it is. I do genuinely believe this is true. General relativity, for instance, which is founded on special relativity, which is the assumption that matter moves like light, and the speed of light is capped because matter moves like light. So I think it's a good heuristic to try and develop physics, which I have done. No, it is actually like the whole of relativity, that's the thing. Quantum mechanics is based on the fact that light acts as a wave in a particle, and it's quantized. The first thing was the photoelectric effect. Einstein did that too. I don't even think I learned about general relativity yet. No, I think I did, I just didn't realize it. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, he fixed blackbody radiation because they had the Planck spectral, or the spectral disaster, whatever it was called, and he applied a quantized version of light, a photon, and it fixed it completely. Now it is currently working. Exactly. It's crazy how much of a fucking pattern it is. I don't understand how I can blow my nose so much in one day. I'm gonna lose my fluids. If the object is stuck at the perimeter of the black hole, suppose you are the object in question, where you're both stuck at the perimeter of the black hole and went through it to end up somewhere taking 2 hours there. Universe. And how could there be 2 clones of you? I think it is 2 L's. Oh, is that it? There it is, The Beast, Nature. Kind of an overrated journal. Perfect. Letter. Thank you. I'm gonna read that later after I finish this. I'm very popular amongst cops. Coppets. Holy fuck, why do I do this to myself? I am legit degenerative. I got invited to a mustache competition. I might go to it. Probably not though. No, I picked my freaking nose there. Oh, it's in May. It is rough. I got this for free. I could get a tissue box for free as well, but I don't really care. Cause I was like, I looked at some guy and I saw he had a mustache, and he looked at me and I was like, and he's like, that's okay. And then he pulled that out of his pocket, and I was like, nice. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna win. He's like, ah, you know, who cares? It's all about that. Just come anyway, and I was like, okay, thanks. I don't usually comment on people's mustaches, but that guy did for some reason. And then I sucked him off in the forest. Look at this.
What's with the loon calls?
Well, I'm alerting Canadians that Daryl's deals are now Daryl's Canadian deals, offering weekly deals at unbelievable prices, only on Canadian products.
Well, Daryl, I think your loon call worked, eh?
Buy Canadian, because saving a little extra loonies can mean a lot.
No, I picked up my scab. No, bro, are you not listening to this commercial? Daryl's deals, Daryl's Canadian deals. It's so good being a patriotic Canadian. It feels so good. No, bro, that's where you're wrong. Poutine is it's a dream here. What happened to Christ? Is Christ still in chat? Oh, sad she's not. Like what? Like Sour Patch Kids and cars? Well, yeah, that's where Niagara Falls are. It's tied. Oh yeah? Tell me what you know about Kelowna, Kraz. The Sour Patch Kids that I get are from my dealer, my Sour Patch dealer. They're from Ontario. And my hats are made in Nova Scotia. What hats do you have, Kraz? A Mitznafet? A Kipper? Kippa? Why are those Jewish? I just realized both those are Jewish. If you travel into the future. My chat's dead, bro. Oh, right. Oh, neat. Yom Kippur with my kippah, eating matzah and challah with my bubby. With my bubby. I think it's a nervous tick, 'cause I do it a lot. No, I'll just punch my hand. It's a streamer thing. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, chat! Ow. That's funny.
Kickstart your university path at Portage College. Our university transfer program offers flexible courses in arts, science, and business with small classes and personalized support. Earn credits and transfer to the
Spotify did the whole enjoy the next 30 minutes of ad-free listening and then played an ad in like 5 minutes. Have you ever had that happen? Sag. Why? What do you use for music? YouTube? Okay. Oh, he's like, why are you up? If there was a... So, you know how objects freeze when they approach the event horizon of a black hole. Well, the object viewing from itself does go in, but the outside doesn't see it do so. If time travel was possible, you could duplicate things. Yes. What was the question? Send information through a black hole. Freeze on the surface. Universe, i.e. a wormhole. Okay, I will finish this tonight, I swear to God. Forever. Wait, you can upload multiple pictures on a post? Gold checkmark. I mean, the image was never there in the first place. This is like a purely hypothetical. The accretion disk would fucking destroy everything that gets close to a black hole. This is just a thought process, though. Yes. But assuming no mass tear apart.
This is the universe. We heard you manifesting a stylish new home, and Hopewell Residential is answering your call. Buying a home is a huge decision.
There's ads for frickin' days, Brog.
Free upgrades and half-price basements, or they'll pay your GST. You choose. Step into your future with certainty, knowing that when you buy with Hopewell, your price is locked in. No surprises down the road. To claim your good vibes, visit HopewellResidential.com.
Yeah, it's actually pretty intense how many ads it plays. Q-Drax, what's up, Brock? I've heard about the Fantastic Four movie. I don't know anything about it. Okay, Q-Drax. How much do you know about physics? Specifically, black holes. How many Fantastic Four films have there been? Wait, they made one in 2015? The second reboot of the Fantastic Four film series. Oh, it's MCU. Yeah, no, I'm literally in an information black hole right now too. We're both in information. That's the duplicated information that we get. Okay, so what is this about? It's about 4 people, I think. I'm just, oh, something tells me, oh, my, oh, fuck. Oh, that's unfortunate, bro. Neil deGrasse Tyson is legit kind of a sued. Oh, that actually disgusts me that actually happened. I never listened to Carl Sagan. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson, because I thought he was a bit of a sued, and he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He's just like, all this pop side bullshit that's not really physical, is basically what I gathered. And so, basically, I'm sure you've heard, though, that when you... Here, let's just watch the video.
Your nemesis in a rocket ship and blast him off towards a black hole. He looks back at you, shaking his fist at a constant rate. As he zooms in, gravity gets stronger, so you would expect him to speed up. But that is not what you see. Instead, the rocket ship appears to be slowing down. Not only that, he also appears to be shaking his fist slower and slower. That's because, from your perspective, his time is slowing down. At the very instant when he should cross the event horizon, the point beyond which not even light can escape, he and his rocket ship do not disappear. Instead, they seem to stop, frozen in time. The light from the spaceship gets dimmer and redder until it completely fades from view.
I don't know if he actually does get people into science, though. Because teaching the ideas is unrealistic. Yeah, you like shilling off unrealistic ideas. If you teach all the theory, people will get into physics, and then be like, the first year it's like all math, second year it's all math, third year it's all math, fourth year it's all math, grad school all math. And it's like, that's not a realistic picture. You're just setting up people up to have false expectations. Starry Messenger. What is it about, if you don't mind me asking? Starry. And, like, Mary Curie was like a fucking... She wasn't, for me, the reason I got into physics. I just got into physics because I liked it. But... I could see for like a female that would be pretty. Like Emmy Noether, nobody learns about Emmy Noether, but she is a genius. She's easily up there with like the other physicists of her time. Well, realistically, slightly below, but like she's up there. She's crazy intelligent. Yeah, we're like culture morphs and transforms people into like completely incomprehensible forms. Well, that's the definition of animate. Animate. An inanimate object does not move. It's not animated. Which makes sense. Now that was the dumbest thing I've heard him say. Animate these nuts. Neil deGrasse Tyson was in an interview with some fucking schmuck, and he basically, the schmuck being Neil deGrasse Tyson himself, he was interviewing himself, which is something he would do actually. Anyway. He was like, you know, if we had green blood, would stoplights be green? And that was his argument. Is literally the color of the blood is the reason we use red. I don't even know how to.
Eastside Mario's knows you've heard of shrinkflation.
Eastside Mario, Eastside Mario, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing.
Welcome to Eatflation. Eastside Mario's, Eastside Mario's, hey bada boom, bada bing.
Hey bada boom, bada bing.
Game night.
2 ads.
Sleep tight.
1 copyright-free
Powered by
music.
Brookfield Residential. Everything considered. Visit Brookfield Residential.
It's a me-tier theory? What does that mean? Crass, you playing a game right now? You just stopped in to say animate these nuts. Yeah, I saw that one. Oh, that's charming, Crass. Yeah, that he's very egocentric. Play tour. I've heard he oh. The fuck happened there? I've heard from like philosophy students that got to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was like insulting them the whole time and telling them that their field of proficiency and research is completely invaluable. Shorts.
Like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Boom, bop, bam. Bam, bop, boom, boom, boom,
I thought that was this video playing.
In the space station, they recycle your urine and your crap.
Congratulations to them.
They extract all the water from it, and then what's left is highly dried
And you
and
drink it?
mineral. Yeah, yeah. Water is water. It's a water molecule. There are more molecules of water in this bottle than there are bottles of water, this volume of water, in all the world's oceans. So in other words, if you drank this and peed it out, okay, you have enough molecules in your pee and in your sweat and in the moisture that you exhale. All that goes back into the environment, scattering into all sources of water of the world, and there's enough of those molecules to occupy every half liter of water that covers the surface of this earth. So that given enough time, you scoop a cup of water out of there. I don't even care if you filter it. The H2O is still there. That is water that has passed through the kidneys of Abraham Lincoln, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, Socrates.
Plato.
No.
I don't know if that was intended to be like humorous, but like, what a convoluted way to say there's water and a lot of it. Why doesn't he like Plato? Plato is like the cornerstone of like a lot of thinking, according to some scholars. Like I was talking about the Symposium. I haven't even read the Symposium, but I know of Plato. and like. I don't get it either. I'm almost done this tweet. Napoleon Dynamite, the great emperor of France. Or a really good joke. Like if it's like a really good reference, but nobody has seen the reference, you can have them. What was the factoid? That's like this sketch, bro. Okay, so I can't show because it's copyrighted, but basically, this guy, there are two guys playing golf, right? And the one guy goes, "Hey, how do I get the psychological edge in conversation?" So the other guy goes, "Well, what I do is I put pennies up my ass. I just shove like 20 pennies up my ass a day, and then I shit them out, and then I put them into circulation." And the guy's like, "Dude, that's not helpful. Like, how is that helpful, bro?" He's like, "Dude, hear me out. Hear me out. When you know that everyone has dealt with your ass pennies on the planet, that gives you the psychological edge. Because you know that they're dealing with your shit pennies." And the guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And that's how the sketch goes. It's actually quite a good sketch. it's really funny. Ass pennies. Yeah, this is a good one. Vimeo. It's a 4-minute sketch, and I very quickly summed it up because I didn't want to. I can't watch it because it's gonna mute my stream. Are you guys watching it, or should I not stay silent? Bleh. Dude, I do shit for my own humor. I swear to God, for my own entertainment. This is stupid. La Poisson, Steve? That'd be crazy if freaking Q-Drax just...
I sneak and I creep. I'm the Shadow Man. I'll eat all your apples. I'm the Shadow Man. I'll steal your poop.
And then I'll cycle it through water.
Man. Look at my fingers. I'm the Shadow Man. I'm going to plunge the world into darkness.
There he is, kids! The Shadow Man! Be careful, or he'll steal your poop and show you his fingers!
Look at my fingers.
No!
I'm going to plunge the world
What
into
the fuck?
darkness.
No, you won't. Oxros will protect us. We shine a light upon you.
Ah. 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 Ah, the light. Ah.
Wait, what was that?
Ah.
What's the video?
Ah, the light. Ah. Ah, the light. Ah. 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 Oh, burn. Ah, the light. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Jesus Christ.
Make sure you always have a flashlight to ward off the Shadow Man. We recommend at least 1,000 candle power.
But the Shadow Man is not so easily defeated. The Shadow Man picks up himself, gains the courage and strength of 1,000 shadows, and scares his victims. Fucking prick. Jesus. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Sorry about that. I was just going through everything.
Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. That's excellent, bro. Ah, delight.
Ah, the light. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the light. Ah. Do you know what that's from?
I've been working a long time now. I've been working for free. Don't nobody around this town give a damn about me. I've been slaving away all my life, through the whip and the chain. And lately I can't help but feeling like I'm going insane. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take?
This is a paradox. This
I just married my beautiful wife, and I can't pay the bill, and I just wanna buy her a house out in Beverly Hills. How the fuck did I not be on yet? Almost 30 years old. How the fuck did I not?
I've never heard of Tyler Cassidy.
When a nigga this cold, give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give
Canadian
a
Psycho.
nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take?
I'm sorry, I'm just on my phone right now.
I've been down on my luck for some time.
It's gonna be bad.
You got yours when I ain't got mine. Can't you see that I'm not doing fine? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Did his pupils get dilated?
How much more can I take? And I just want.
No, they didn't.
Oh, good. Oh, the light. Make sure you always have a flashlight.
Really? I mean, fuck. Well, how do you feel about that? I don't know if that's actually true about the obsessive dogma. I'm not going back on my opinion. But I will caveat that I don't live in America. I just see, like, vicariously. But to my knowledge, that is indeed the case, where people are just so incredibly set in their ways. With, like, what could be perceived as religious zeal for the Bible, in effect. Which isn't a bad thing. In fact, it could be a good thing. In a lot of cases, like slavery was abolished. That should never come back. But in some cases, it is a bad thing. Black hole information paradox. Is this already a thing? Freeze. Event horizon. Publius. The Federalist Papers. Oh, it's just a collection of essays. Interesting. You know, Thomas Jefferson was a physicist? He was a damn good one, too. Oh no, Benjamin Franklin, I mean, not Benjamin. Wait, that was... Hold on. When did you guys get independence? $1776, eh? In Federalist number 84, Hamilton made the case that there is no need to amend the Constitution by adding a Bill of Rights, insisting that the various provisions in the proposed Constitution protected liberty amount. I don't know, bro. Judaism is pretty cool. You know, Exodus from Egypt, you know, eating stuff that fell from the sky, you know. Israel being born in the 50s or the end of the 40s. Being ironic. Nobody hates the Jews. I think Canada has the coolest country of origin. Yeah, the PP Clippers. Yeah. Yeah. Is your PP not sniffed? Yeah, I'm actually talking to a guy who thinks the Canaanites, or however you say them, which was the denizens of then Israel, just created a sect, and then that became Judaism, and then they backtracked. They like retroactively applied their history. We just asked for independence and we got it. I wasn't actually. It's kind of lame. Basically, the colonies weren't making that much money for England. At least Canada wasn't. So Canada just asked for independence and that was it. But we have a governor general, which basically signs on behalf of the monarch all of our legislation, all of the bills that get passed, shit like that. We have a signature go in, and it's a Canadian citizen who gets to sign it. Yeah, we had the Hudson Bay Company and the Northwest Company. So apparently the country origin name. The name of Canada came because the French colonized Canada with the English, and the French were not as successful, which is why they only have one province. But basically, the colonizers came over, they asked the native tribe what this place was called, and they said village, and in their tongue that was Canada. Why do you say Germany is second best? Germany wasn't a thing until like 50 years ago, or like 100 years ago or something. It's a very young country in terms of epithet. Why do you say Finland? When was Germany called Germany? 1871. Prussia. I don't know anything about Finnish history. I was assuming you meant Finland. It's wait, hold on. Oh shit, dude, this movie is fucking phenomenal. Oh. You actually meant Vinland, eh? Well, they changed it to an unvoiced, bilabial affricate. Or labiodental affricate. Finland. Yeah, why is Iceland on A Knight's Tale land?
Well,
Sir Ulrich, why don't you show us all a dance of your country? Show us a dance of Gelderland.
Gelderland. That's David Bowie?
Sir Ulrich.
What do you mean Chinese? Chinese never left the country, bro. The only thing I know about Chinese is the rape of Nanking. Got him. Okay. This fucking predicate is not, or clause, I should say. I don't know much about English.
To ward off the
the light.
Is that true? I've seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, dude. That was a cool fucking movie, bro. That really enlightened myself. Fax machine was electricity. That was like the 50s. Ah, Two Truths and a Lie we play. You know Oxford University is as old as the Mayan civilization? Dude, this freaking video is freaking awesome.
The light. The light.
Probably not true. I'm not gonna fact check it, but I know the fax machine was after large porn after the telephone and computers. Actually, the fax machine being 50s, it might even be the like 80s. 8D's nuts. Look at my disposition, bro. This is a warrant for my arrest. What? Really? That's facts, bro. If you hit me up with a fax of that document, brother, that's facts. Hit me up with those straight facts, bro. You're a machine with all the facts you know. I don't believe that. Actually, I can believe that. Pressurized gas is not. Imagine not sending a fax to a samurai and the samurai being like, what the fuck is this? Bro, look at the light.
The light.
God damn, God. Yeah. Yeah, the samurai. Like, how do I take this? This is some fucking white BDSM. Hey, samurai, no more slavery. You want to join us? I'm just gonna tweet this, bro. Where's Manchuria? What is Manchuria? I like the name. Oh, okay, it took me a while to read that. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln. You will die by my steer. American. Yeah, that would. Yeah, it would be like Black Afro. You guys are so freaking Afro Samurai. Wait. Samurai Jack. You guys remember the show? Fucking coolest show. Black guy. He plays a white guy. Or an Asian guy, I can't tell. What are, and like Boondocks Samurai? You guys remember this, right? The freaking. Oh, I saw what time it was. I'm paranoid about that. I apologize. 818 posts. Canuck offensive? What do you mean? I'm gonna take that as a no. We call our Vancouver Canucks Canucks. It's not gonna be an offensive term. Le Poisson, Steve? I have never heard of a. I mean, if you say Canuck.
Steve le poisson Steve. Il est orange.
Is Yankee derogatory for you guys? You fucking Yank? Yeah, it depends on the tone. If you're like, you fucking Canuck, get the fuck back to your own fucking country. You suck Trump's dick. The tariffs are gonna fucking wreck you, fucking Canuck. It's like that's bordering on insensitive for a Canadian to hear. That's like fucking for a Canadian to hear, dude. That's like the worst thing a Canadian's ever heard of their life. Yeah, fuck, dude, you get stabbed for that. You would if you say goof to the wrong person, you will legit get into a fight, like physically, 100%. I live close to Vancouver. I live in the outskirts of Vancouver. I don't really know what the fuck to call it. It's a prison term. Basically, goof in prison and jail means all of the worst things you could say to somebody combined. And basically, if you say it, it's like, fight me right now. Oh, iDubbbz, that's what I was looking up. A fucking hour.
Surprisingly dangerous. Consider the fucking thing in our defense. Like, actually, Hila's not a baby killer. Actually, accusing Ethan of killing his dog is maybe too far because they have mobilized.
Towards. What do you mean not saying something? Harassment. It's a bad.
Has iDubbbz ever done it on a black guy? Content cop, because neither is Ethan. See, that would make me think that iDubbbz is not a racist, but what? H3. Well, it's just the prison culture here. It's very every Canadian is a very tight knit community. You know, you just form very tight knit communities. Prison word for goof in America. Clown actually is what they say. Oh yeah, it's a fucking goof.
Oh man, sorry, I got nothing. No, I'm just recording the.
Fucking tough, eh? You fucking nice Honda Civic. Put a fucking camera on a fucking bum's face and spoil a little fucking brat.
Fuck you, man!
Fucking raw.
Fucking goof!
Yeah, this guy's all talk. He just got called a goof and he doesn't fucking do anything.
I'll fucking kill
I've seen
you,
this video before though.
You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, some people are like that. You fucking goof. But both guys have been to jail. This guy's homeless, so he's been to provincial jail, which means under 2 years. This guy is potentially pen time because he's willing to take a bat to somebody. Although that is not really a 2-year over offense. Unless he tries to kill him. Levels of white anger ranked. Son of a gun. Alright, bucko. Just hold your horses. No, just wait just a minute. Newsflash, pal. Let me listen here, buddy. Buddy. Fuck you, buddy. Oh, the apologetics. Dang nabbit. Gosh darn. Shoot.
Il a des bras et
Et des
des
jambes.
Le poisson vive. Le poisson Steve. Il est vraiment très beau. Il peut nager sur la terre. Il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson Steve, ils sont forcément mauvais. Mais on l'aime bien.
Nobody came to my magic.
Hey?
Prophet Gary!
Picks up himself.
Let's have a flashlight to ward off the Shadow Man. We recommend at least 1,000.
Easily defeated. The Shadow Man picks up himself.
That's legit genius acting, bro. I fucking love Arabic people. They look American Psycho. Interesting. Why, like that probably has some application somewhere. Brooks, I need to go to bed. After this song ends, of course. Yes, indeed, indeed. I'm the Shadow Man. The fuck did you just say to me? I'm kidding, by the way. I have no idea what you said, though. Delight? Yeah, good night. I got Sakon. I'm going to IKEA. I'm going to Costco tomorrow. I'm going to Peer Support Training tomorrow. If I don't have anything in the morning, which I might not, I'm going to stream. But I probably will have something in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully not, though, because it's Easter weekend. I don't want them to call in sick or whatever. Okay, good night. Oh shit. Okay, good night.